My name is Susan Boyer, and I grew up in Blackburn near Bathgate, West Lothian, a town that is really more a collection of villages than a single city. I was born on April 1st, 1961, at Bangor Village Hospital in West Lothian, the youngest of 9 children in a working-class family. My mother, Bridget, was 47 when she gave birth to me, which was considered risky at the time, and my father, Patrick, had come back from World War II with deep scars that affected him for the rest of his life. From the beginning, life was difficult. I was born during a complicated delivery, and doctors initially warned my parents that I had mild brain damage due to oxygen deprivation at birth. That label followed me for decades, shaping the way I was treated at home and school, and leaving me feeling different, misunderstood, and often invisible in a family already struggling to make ends meet. Childhood struggles. School was no refuge. I struggled to keep up with my peers who often mocked me, and teachers who didn't know how to support me sometimes resorted to punishment instead of guidance. At home, life was tense. My father, haunted by the war, could be angry and unpredictable. Despite the challenges, I grew a quiet resilience, an inner strength that no one could see but that would carry me through the most difficult years. I had epilepsy, and fainting spells only made the teasing worse. I felt small, forgotten, and often alone. Yet even in those early years of fear and misunderstanding, there was a part of me that refused to give up, that held on to hope in small ways. Discovering my true self. For nearly 50 years, I believed the label from my birth, that I was somehow damaged. It wasn't until 2012, when I was 51, that a specialist helped me see the truth. I have Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, and my IQ is above average. That discovery was life-changing. For the first time, I could understand why I had always felt different, why social situations in school had been such struggles, and it allowed me to see myself without shame. That realization didn't erase the hardships of my childhood, but it gave me clarity, pride, and a sense of freedom that I had never felt before. Early love and heartbreak. At 25, I fell in love for the first time, but my father intervened without my knowledge and ended the relationship. The man I loved had a child with someone else soon after, and my heart broke. That experience left a lasting mark on my understanding of love and trust. While my siblings moved on with their lives, I stayed behind to care for my aging parents. When my father passed in the 1990s, I devoted myself to my mother until she died at 91. My world became small, centered around home and family duties, and my own dreams were set aside, though the hope of singing and performing never fully left me. Early musical attempts. In 1995, I auditioned for the TV show My Kind of People, singing locally in pubs and choirs, but nerves got the better of me and I didn't make it on TV. I was crushed, yet I continued to sing privately, nurturing the dream quietly. In 1999, I recorded Cry Me a River for a charity CD, and though only 1,000 copies were made, it drew praise locally. I spent all my savings on a professional demo tape, hoping to reach record labels and TV stations, but it went largely unnoticed. Then tragedy struck in 2000 when my beloved sister Kathleen passed away, my biggest supporter and champion. Her loss was devastating. I stopped performing entirely, retreating into silence and grief for almost 2 years. Caring for my mother. By 2002, I returned to small-scale singing, but my attention was fully on caring for my mother. I stayed in the modest council house where I had grown up, cooking, cleaning, and looking after her daily needs. Bridget was my anchor, always reminding me of my gift, urging me to keep singing. Her encouragement kept hope alive, even when my world was small and my own ambitions were on hold. When she passed in 2007, the silence in my house grew heavier, and for almost 2 years I lived almost entirely in seclusion, with only my cat Pebbles for company. It was a quiet, lonely time, yet the spark of ambition remained buried inside me. The turning point. In 2008, determined to honor a promise I had made to my mother, I auditioned for Britain's Got Talent. I was 47, inexperienced on a national stage, and terrified, but I wanted to prove to myself and others that I could do it. When I stepped onto the stage at the Clyde Auditorium in Glasgow, the audience and judges were skeptical. Many laughed at my appearance and assumed I would fail. But when I began to sing "I Dreamed a Dream," the room fell silent. The judges and audience were stunned by the power and emotion in my voice. That performance went viral, viewed by millions around the world within days, and overnight I became a global sensation. Overnight fame. Following my audition, my life changed dramatically. Celebrities, media outlets, and millions of fans shared and praised my performance. I returned for the semifinals with "Memory from Cats," delivering another remarkable performance and proving my success was no fluke. Yet the sudden fame was overwhelming. When I lost the final to Diversity, the emotional toll nearly broke me. Exhausted and under immense pressure, I was hospitalized briefly, needing rest and recovery before returning to public life. The experience was a stark reminder of the intensity and sometimes cruel nature of sudden fame, but it also strengthened my resolve to continue pursuing music while taking care of myself. Rise to musical success. My debut album, "I Dreamed a Dream," released in November 2009, broke records in the UK and internationally. Millions of copies sold in the first week, propelling me from relative obscurity to worldwide recognition. Subsequent albums followed, all achieving #1 debuts, and I became the first woman in UK history to have 3 consecutive #1 albums. In 2012, I performed Mull of Kintyre at Windsor Castle for Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee, a testament to the heights my career had reached just a few years after my first televised audition. My success was meteoric, yet I remained grounded, living in the modest home where I grew up and focusing on safe, meaningful choices rather than extravagant spending. Family challenges. With success came unexpected challenges. Family tensions arose over money I had shared with relatives, including gifts and support for various projects. Despite my intentions, the generosity created strain and misunderstandings, sometimes bringing legal or police involvement. I gave away significant sums to help my siblings and extended family, but it did not bring peace. Over the years, I learned how fame and wealth could complicate relationships and create new pressures, adding another layer of challenge to an already extraordinary life. Health and recovery. In 2012, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, requiring lifestyle changes that included strict diet, exercise, and weight management. Later, the COVID-19 pandemic emphasized the importance of protecting my health, and I took careful measures to remain safe. Then, in April 2022, I suffered a stroke that threatened my voice and left me struggling to speak. Recovery was long and grueling, involving daily speech therapy, vocal exercises, and physical rehabilitation to regain strength. By early 2025, after over 1,000 hours of work, I regained 90% of my voice, a result doctors called miraculous, and I felt ready to return to performing and sharing music with the world. A new beginning. On my 64th birthday in April 2025, I returned to social media with a message of hope and renewal. I shared glimpses of my recovery, upcoming music projects, and plans for live performances. It was not just a return to the stage, but a statement of resilience, a celebration of perseverance, and a promise to continue inspiring others. Despite everything, early struggles, family challenges, health issues, and the pressures of fame, I remained committed to my passion for music and to living a life that reflects both my roots and my dreams. Reflections on life. Looking back, my journey has been marked by both hardship and triumph. From a misunderstood child in Blackburn to a global singer, every step has shaped the person I am today. I have learned the importance of resilience, of understanding oneself, and of following one's heart despite obstacles. My story shows that it is never too late to pursue dreams, to overcome challenges, and to find joy, even after loss and struggle. The gift of music has sustained me, and I hope my journey can offer encouragement to others facing their own difficulties, reminding them that strength, hope, and determination can carry anyone forward, no matter the odds.